I really am super happy that we have a space where we have Chinese, not Chinese, all sitting in seats and looking in the same direction. And I want to take this opportunity to talk also a little bit about Wuhan. This is why we're here, and to talk about the people that are currently going through the crisis and that you have all supported now with your ticket money. So Wuhan is a city in central China. Wuhan has a population of 11 million people, so that's bigger than New York City by population, just to put things into perspective. All the Americans are like, how many people is that? The second show I did in Wuhan, I will never forget in my life. It was unbelievable. And it wasn't because I did well, because I did not. I was invited to do what they have in China. They have these things, they're variety shows, 综艺. You never know who's coming on before you. It could be a juggler, it could be like a singer, and I'm doing stand-up. I asked the people backstage, I'm like, when do I go on? They say, oh, you're second. We're just gonna send somebody up, warm up the crowd with an opening act, and then you'll go on and do your stand-up. So I was all ready, I was backstage. The opening act was insane. The opening act was a guy came on and stood next to a board. And then a second guy came on and got the crowd really riled up and then went into the first row of the audience, took their beer, chugged their whole beer, threw the glass bottle into the audience, and then a woman came out with a tray full of knives. And then this guy took the knives and just started throwing them at his friend on the other side of the room. And the crowd went nuts. And I'm standing there off stage, like, what's going on? After this guy finishes all the knives, he's like, yeah! And then all the crowd goes crazy. As they're going crazy, he goes back into the front row, drinks a whole nother beer, throws the bottle into the crowd. The woman comes back with a bigger tray full of bigger knives. And he starts throwing these knives at people. And he just kept drinking beers and kept throwing bigger and bigger knives at the other guy. And I'm sitting backstage like, this is the opening act. I've got my bits on there like, oh, it's hard to learn Chinese, you know? This guy was rocking it. So anytime that I think that I'm having a hard time as an entertainer, I think not of this guy, I think about this guy. Because whatever he got paid, it wasn't close to enough. And he didn't get to drink 4 beers in 7 minutes. So that's the way this works. So I preface this all because when I think of Wuhan, I don't think of the virus. I don't think of the quarantine. I think of these experiences that I've had in Wuhan. Hopefully you guys are also going to remember there's a whole lot of people there and this guy. So I hope he's okay.
朋友们好，我是艾杰西。补充一句话。我要非常感谢大家这几天就转发我的视频转发到那么多地方了，我也非常的诚恳感谢大家。我师傅丁广泉受了60多国家的徒弟，都是为了让国外更了解中国人的幽默如果我在他走的那条路能再走一点点的距离我觉得这个都是很值的一个目标，然后我接下来还是要往这个方向走所以非常感谢大家的支持。我有新作品我正在剪，我们继续联系，继续交流希望大家身体健康，万事如意，身体保重，谢谢。